Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Blunderbuss playthrough. Today we're going to be doing the indie game Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I have George with me.
Yes, I'm here for something I have no idea
And basically what inspired me to do this game was a Hellfire Comms playthrough of it. I had an interest in this game anyway. I don't like walking sims. I have an interest in them because I love narrative in video games. I like to see different kinds of narratives being used. So this is going to be kind of an experimental playthrough because it's basically nothing but walking and listening to a story. And in a way, we're just going to kind of be reacting to the story and the themes it presents, the ideas it brings to the table, and kind of maybe we'll learn something, maybe we won't. Because some people have called this pretentious garbage. Some people have called this genius. We'll see where we lie on that.
Yeah, basically, I found out this game existed 2 days ago when Harry told me we're doing it. Before that, I literally had no prior knowledge.
Nice one.
Oh, fucking hell.
Can I just say this loading screen is taking fucking forever.
This is
It's
Dr.
very
Catherine
slow.
Collins.
Here we go.
I don't know if anyone will ever hear this.
We are.
Stop ruining this.
It's all over. I'm the only one left.
So here we go.
Okay.
Just want to say firsthand, the score for this game is beautiful. It's all music like this.
Fair enough. So, are you going to give me any kind of an introduction, or are we just going to
I'll let you
just to work it out?
I'll let you have a look at what's going on, and basically I know what the plot of this game is, but I have some theories and ideas. I'll try and explain them.
Is this the art style?
Nope. Give it a sec. So yeah, I want you to first thought straight away. This is the art style.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm liking it.
Give it a sec. Now.
I'm not in the game yet.
Oh, we are. This is the art style. Give it a second, and it will be. There we go.
There you go. That's the game.
Right, this game runs at 30, so I'm not going to be doing any 60 frames per second shit. I'm going to be presenting this playthrough in as high quality as I possibly can, so I can try and immerse the players as well as us. You might notice, George, a bit of motion blur as I walk about up here.
I'm very sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's alright.
There we go.
As the sign says, we're capped at 30. So you might notice a bit of motion blur. Now, the biggest problem with this game, I'll just say it right now before we get on with the story, is the performance. This game has problems with loading areas, and you can see there's some motion blur.
As soon as you just start turning, it looks a bit weird. So,
George, this is an observatory. This is going to be very important later on. We're not going to look at it now. But, so I've put subtitles on so both you and the audience can read what's going on.
I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I'm able. If I'm right, we should be able to pick up the signal right across the valley. The event has left markers. We don't understand it yet, but we're going to keep working to try and understand it. You can use them to find what you're looking for. The answers, they're all here. The answers are in the light.
Now that's kind of giving us our objective for the game is we've got to figure out what happens. It's the end of the world. Everybody's gone. Dead / dead. We've got to figure out what's going on. And she just told us what to do, basically. You can see there, things have kind of gone to shit. That lighting effect's great, by the way. So let's kind of let's start moving along. We are at sunset at the minute. That was Kate, who was on the radio. She's one of
the sun's actually set a bit since we've gone in as well. I don't know if it's just me.
A little tiny bit.
Just a nice detail if it has.
Hear that?
Shit, my phone.
That noise is. There we go. Let's have a listen.
This is a special announcement by the Emergency Measures Committee. Due to exceptional circumstances, radio and television in this area has been brought under
So we're in England anyway.
Are we? Where in England would you speculate?
Keep your radio and television on at
By the way,
all
it's an
times.
interesting thing that it's in
Stay
England.
indoors and
Yes,
avoid
you noticed
contact
Kate was
with other
American.
people. Do not attempt to telephone outside your local area. Do not panic.
The level of detail, by the way, into going to creating this England is great.
Stay tuned to this
I'll see if I can find some. The bollards here.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on, they're up there. They've got the traditional red and white on them. What year would you say this is? I'll tell you in a minute.
It's not modern, but that kind of phone thing we just went by. It doesn't seem very new, and the kind of that van.
See if you can narrow it down to a decade.
80s?
That's very good. What kind of bit of the 80s?
Mid, late.
1984. Very good. I was not expecting.
I'm doing good.
I wanted to kind of present a more.
I know my UK.
What's this?
It's a fence.
I would like to point out I've not actually played this game, so activating this is going to be a bit of an experience for me.
I'm trying to do my job. You two will be the only staff on site for this rotation. I'm just saying, if the main gate's power fails, then there's no way in or out of the observatory.
That's why there are backup generators. Jesus, why the hell are we even discussing this?
Just don't you come running to me if you get locked in.
If we get locked in, we won't be able to come running to you, will we? You let us worry about the clever stuff, and you can concentrate on sweeping up leaves and changing light bulbs. Happy? Now piss off.
So
That was Stephen. He's also one of our main
That
characters
was
in this game.
unnecessary. Just because you're angry with me doesn't mean you have to take it out on everyone else.
Kate, can we just talk about this?
No, Stephen, I'm done. I just want to get out of this place, and tonight is our
Now,
last chance of doing
we're
it.
bringing up some plot
You
points
prep the
here.
arrays, I'm heading up to Tower
Kate
6.
is angry at
Kate.
Stephen. This is important stuff, so you want
I
to
love
try
you.
and soak up all of this. Kate and Stephen are also
You know
married,
that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
and you kind of got an idea then Stephen's kind of a dick. He's
Let's get started.
not very well liked within the community. You'll learn in a minute where we are in England. By the way, see that shadow effect there? That was time moving forward. It looks like the lighting engine was trying to load them.
Right.
That is just time moving forward. It looked really bad though. What do you think of the graphics so far? Because I think this game looks absolutely amazing.
It looks very, very good. It's just a shame they haven't made it be able to stick with it.
The performance matters, yeah.
It'd be nice if they just kind of toned it in just a little bit, just a smidge,
Hello, what's this?
just so they could run it properly.
Now this is our guide for the game. This is the light. I won't spoil what it's actually called. This is also the name of the first chapter. This game's broken into 5 chapters, each named after the character that we're going to be following. Stephen and Kate are chapters later in the game. Jeremy is our first. That is the lighting engine loading. I swear to God, it's not a glitch. So Jeremy is the priest of this local village, and I don't know if I can find the sign. Look at that there. I'll see if I can find it. The sign tells us exactly where we are. This basically
Well, I suppose from that we can assume that they really are serious about this whole.
yeah. I'll
quarantine
let
thing.
these things play out.
If Mrs. Boughton wandered off that way before they closed the road, I suspect we'll never find her. Not until this whole thing blows over.
Well, it's more than a little odd. I mean, this is Yorton, for goodness sake. There was no need for them to be so rude.
Well, if they are so concerned that they are willing to close off the roads, I suspect they would argue that there is every need. What is certain is that for the time being, none of us are going anywhere.
But he had a rifle, a soldier with a rifle, in Shropshire. The world's gone stark raving mad. I've a
There,
good
that's
mind
where
to
we
write
are.
to
We're in
my
Shropshire.
MP.
You do that, Barb, and I'll personally deliver it for you. Once this blockade is removed anyway. Come on.
This is another main character, Dr. Wade. He's an important character in the story. He's not a main character. He's kind of a supporting character. Also, I'd like to point out this story is non-linear. So the scene we saw earlier with Kate and Stephen takes place far later in the story than this one.
Right.
It's our job to piece it together. We have an outline of a story. We basically, I can help you because I know what order the story goes in, and I know basically the events of the story and where it's supposed to go. But it does it in an interesting way, maybe a bit pretentious. So you heard that was in Shropshire, in the fictional village Yorton. Yorton. It's a fictional place, but Shropshire is a real place. So let's have a listen in here.
Who's that? Hello? Kate, if you can hear this, you need to shut down the optical array. It's using the observatory as a conduit to reach us, and it's started spreading its range beyond the valley. Kate, we can't afford to let it do that. It's getting stronger. I'm going to call Clive back, and I'm going to force him to order the strike. I just don't see what other choice we have. God knows if
Can you
it'll
hear
work.
me? We need help.
Who are you? Jesus, get off the phone! Get off the phone! It's in the phone! It's in the phone.
Right, what would you like to take from that phone call? Because that is just before the scene we saw earlier with Stephen and Kate.
Okay.
Stephen is obviously freaked. Whatever it is in the phones.
Yeah.
And what he's talking about is what caused the rapture. So, we're going to be finding out what it is, and what it did, and how it did it, and why it did it. And it's going to be an interesting one. I want this commentary to be a little different, a little less. Nice bus stop, by the way. You can tell it's in a different part of England because it's actually not kicked in.
Yeah. It's got bricks and stuff.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We've all had rejections.
You haven't.
Come on. We'll look at the figures, tighten up the data, and resubmit. Your core idea is sound. You just got the numbers slightly wrong.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. I think
That annoys
you
me a
are
little bit.
brilliant man,
By the way,
Dr.
patronising. Patronising.
At least they're kind of sticking with the accent
Listen.
of getting it wrong.
I'm here, right? We're together, you and me. The alignment event tomorrow. It's yours, okay? You saw the opportunity, you ran the numbers. Even if they can't see it, I'm proud of you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Steven. Look on the bright side. Around here, you're a hero. Prodigal son returns, right? I'm surprised they haven't erected a statue in your honor yet.
Oh, you can laugh all you want. But I'll bet the parish council have a subcommittee working on that right now.
Now, Stephen's well liked in this community, except by a few people, but we'll see them a bit later on. Kate hinted slightly that she's a little bit jealous of that. You can imagine in Shropshire, especially, an American is a bit out of place.
Especially in the 80s fan, yeah.
80s Shropshire, yeah. What a view. Let's go to this pub. The light, by the way, he's not guiding you specifically. He's just showing you this is your area. Go explore, learn some things.
Right.
So let's have a look. Now, it seems people are getting the flu because some place was closed. But if we go in, have a look around. Is that a bong? And what is
It's
that?
a yard thing. I can't remember if there's a name for it.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
The yard of ale thing.
I genuinely thought it frozen. I didn't realise it got stuck on that chair.
I'm sure there's a proper name. Carry in a pint for £2.
Fucking hell. Do you like the specs in the air, by the way?
Nice. Yeah.
We'll pay attention to that because that's probably important.
50p
For a fucking ale. It's fucking dinner time. Walkman. You can tell it's the 80s.
Yeah.
Eerie, isn't it?
It's very peculiar. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the art design of this game, by the way.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and the use of light to represent conversation, and it's kind of like, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's trying to show you what happened. Not, is it a recollection or is it showing you something? That's part of one of the questions that we're going to try and...
see me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
I understand it's difficult. That's all I'm saying.
There's Jeremy, our main character,
Your
for this
lot up
chapter.
at Vallis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community.
Jeremy, especially in these communities,
seen
it's
as part
important for
one of
people to be aware, especially Americans. In British culture, in these little villages, the community is everything. Everybody knows
It's Dr.
everybody.
Mullins.
What's your... Yeah, lady scientists, they're a bit backwards. Very, very, very important. Religion is so
You really
important to
think
communities
that's
like
a
this.
community that will
Definitely.
ever
That's
see
what
one
kind of
event?
holds everything together.
I can live with them staring.
What is your experience of places like this? Have you ever been to places like Shropshire or like the countryside? Because I can tell you, as someone that
Somewhat, a bit, not massively, but I kind of know enough, and you get the general idea of it. Even just being there a little bit, that is very different.
The attention to detail here is great, though. Look at the little pond.
Oh yeah, it's exactly like what you'd see. Even now, still.
It's gone a long way into trying to bring that community back. And by the way, see that little butterfly symbol? See the little butterfly symbol?
Yeah.
That's important. We need to remember this. This is our whole area, by the way. This is what we've got to explore. We'll see the Appleton's farm a bit later. That was really creepy. Yeah, we'll see all of this. So we're going to go from the bottom there, the observatory, go all the way around and go back down. That's the plot of this game. This game is also really short. You can do this in about 4 or 5 hours. I'm taking my time. I'm letting George see the environment, breathe in the atmosphere, and
that didn't go very well.
Clipping.
Poor game.
So
what's this game actually running on?
Engine? I don't know. I know China Room. Is it? That's it. China Room developed it. They also developed Dear Esther and a lot of walking sims they've done. I'd say this is their crowning achievement because I think Dear Esther's a piece of shit, and that game is truly pretentious. Now, what I was saying earlier about the community and Jeremy, basically Jeremy's role here, it's important to understand that in a village like this, the priest is your leader, basically. You go to him for everything. Now, these people here don't understand what is going on. I'm just referring to it in the past tense.
Yeah.
So they're looking to him for guidance. So this is important. Have a listen.
You want to turn that there, jump?
I am.
I know.
Is everything right?
Get out of my way.
Where's Kate?
Where do you think she is?
Stephen, what's going on?
Screw Kate. It's all her fault anyway.
What's that mark on your face? Stephen! Stephen!
Things aren't looking good for Mr. Appleton. Let's go up into this store. I've not played this game, so I'm very impressed with the graphics. I think it looks great. Oh, we've got a little post office.
Ooh, that saving thing was nice.
Let's have a look up here. Is that on the floor there? Quite that time.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's traveling down the wires.
Dear God, man, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
Now get off.
No, Sam, stop it. You weedy little shit.
It's
Give me the can.
mine.
Give me the can. I need it. Grow up!
Fuck. Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
So what's gone on there is you'll notice this pattern on the floor here, and I think on the sign over there we just saw Stephen appears to be writing these symbols everywhere. For what purpose? We don't know yet. But Jeremy has basically noticed people acting weird.
Yeah.
Like Stephen's doing that. Stephen's freaking the fuck out, by the way. So you can see the community. There's a sense of community, and people are starting to act a bit weird. We'll learn in chapters 2 and 3 how far that's going to go. But yeah, I think it's starting to look pretty weird at the minute.
Definitely.
Is this Brian May's house?
Yeah. Oh, British jokes.
Let's have a look in there. Looks like it's locked. We'll come back for you later. So I'm going to get into deep questions later about the Rapture and religion, because religion is a big part of this game. Obviously, there's no
Doesn't even reach the back fence, silly old bugger.
Well, loaves and fishes we can manage, but
Father
garden design
Jeremy,
is a little beyond.
might I have a word?
Ah, it's
Of
Wendy.
course.
This is Stephen's mother.
Will you excuse us, please?
See you back at Charlie's later. Cheerio, Wendy.
I was speaking to Barbara. She said there were some irregularities about Mary's morphine.
Good grief. Those are private medical records. Barbara should know better than to be discussing that sort of thing with you. If Dr. Wade finds out, he'll have no choice but to suspend her. Damn it, Wendy. Your brother is grieving. Mary was sick for a long time, and I'm glad it's over for her. Go and support Frank. He needs you now.
God knows what you did. He sees. I just break and overlook Mary's weakness, but you, a man of the cloth,
If you have an issue with-
bring shame on this parish.
If you have an issue with me, I suggest you write to the Bishop of the Diocese. I have parishioners to attend to. Excuse me.
Right, that's an interesting little conversation there. Jeremy has done something, which, and by the way, her brother is Frank, who is we'll be seeing a bit later. Mary is Frank's wife, so that's Stephen's auntie. She has died before she's died, and something about the morphine, and it looks like Jeremy's guilty of something. So what can we get from that? We'll see a bit later. But that little nugget there is not what the game's about, but that explains a lot of the character relationships.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting. We'll be exploring that a bit later. Now, I know for sure up there is where the chapter ends, that parish. That's how short the chapters are. I've not even 20 minutes in. So I know for a fact I have to go to the doctor's surgery, so I'm just going to go there. Because it's an interesting little tidbit there.
Fair enough. So I take it this is your walking speed.
I was just going to make a comment about that. I'll see if I can... Hang on a minute. Sorry to break the immersion for people. Right, hold R2 to build speed. There we go. That was a
Ramping it up to 0.5.
That was a major complaint about the game. I'm walking a bit quicker now. Oh.
Meg, come and have a look at this.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's up?
It looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot, Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do him.
Sam, it's fine. We better get moving before the weather turns. You come in. We'll swing by the camp and get Rachel on the way back.
Now, I don't know if you noticed the brand of paint that was by the shop, but there seems to be one missing. Looks like Stephen has stolen some paint.
Indeed.
For what reason, we don't know.
Just loves paint.
Maybe sniffing it.
Well, that's probably the cause of it all.
Or the Rapture.
Yeah. Some dodgy paint.
No! Come back, you shit! Let's go have a look. Hang on, what's this?
That's a box.
Can't duck. That's a bloody tissue. Let's go have a look in here.
I saw you from the main road. Not many people are moving around now.
I was looking for Dr. Wade.
Listen, Frank. I don't know what's happened, but your Stephen seems to think he's responsible.
I reckon he is.
He said, Kate's still up at the observatory, but the gates are locked. Frank, there's going to be a rescue soon, I'm sure of it. They'll send planes or something.
Well, they'll send planes, all right. This pattern of his, we're in the center of it. Which means if they intend to stop it, we're right in the firing line.
Now that lines up with something Stephen said earlier to Clive on the phone. Do you remember what he said? About sending the strike in.
Oh, yeah.
So that just kind of confirms that, really. I just want to warn you beforehand, George, there's no jump scares or anything. It's not a horror game.
Okie dokie.
But looks like something has gone on here. No, it's not really explained in that much in the later chapters. So if I don't find out the reason, I'll just explain now. Basically, people around the village have been getting severe headaches and nosebleeds, which explains all the blood and the tissues and that. And it's kind of scaring people. So they're turning to Jeremy and to the Dr. Wade to kind of figure out what's going on. So people are really pretty terrified, especially in a village like this. I'm moving a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it's better.
I said it's a walking sim. You walk to places. That's basically the thing. See if we can find what it's like.
It's just not my usual sort of game, to be fair. So
it's going to be interesting.
That's why it's a bit strange for me.
It's got a pen. Those bells are ringing. Oh, I've sawed myself.
They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
So Wendy is someone that the town looks up to because she's an older lady. You might have noticed that Wendy's a bit of a gossip as well. She's one of them. I think every family has a relative that's like that. A bit of an older member perhaps, who likes to talk about things that aren't any of their business.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you out there, you bastard? You got them all? You got them all?
So Jeremy's losing his faith here a bit. He's a religious man and he's watched everyone he loves been taken away from him and he's blaming God. It's kind of a powerful bit.
Give me strength. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone still there? Oh. You are still here then? I should have expected that. Come on then. Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to.
I find this a particularly powerful moment. He says that, then he's got his parishioners to attend to. This is the end of the chapter.
Okay.
What did you think so far, first impressions? Are you getting invested?
It's very different to start with, but yeah, it's definitely something, I think.
Like, have a listen to Jeremy's last tale. Do you want to work for me?
Come on forward a bit more. Keep going. We're behind it.
Their line has gone out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh God.
That's the end of Jeremy.
I see.
He was taken. This piece of music here, Jeremy's theme, is wonderful. Really, really nice. Great. It's a pretty powerful moment. Although let down slightly by, I just noticed that tree just fade in.
Even the trees are moved.
Only you could ruin it. By the way, even though this lighting looks nice, it makes the game run like shit. So I'm moving really slowly because I know if I go quickly it's going to run like arse. And we need to soak up this moment. It's a very tender, vulnerable moment. I think I'm lost actually. Oh no, oh there we go. That's the end of chapter 1.
Okay.
Another 5 to go.
So are we calling parts, or are we just...
I think we'll do Wendy's chapter next time. We'll see you next... we'll see you in the next part of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.